This was D-Day.
And it was just an amazing experience.
In a way, kind of inspirational.
Barges approached shore ready for instant action.
It was breathtaking.
It's really life-changing.
The historical significance of standing on the beaches of Normandy, reliving the events of D-Day.
It was like more like you're actually really there, like walking the same paths that the soldiers walked, seeing the beaches.
It was a bit surreal because it's hard to imagine everything that occurred on June 6th until you were actually there.
It seemed like an impossible battle to win, and they won it.
Reading and seeing how it was back then, being in the moment at the location, I felt like I was there.
The Normandy Academy Scholarship provides students with an incredible, immersive educational journey.
There's a lot of intimate stories that you wouldn't learn in a book. Like one of the most meaningful ones to me was that there were some paramedics who worked in a church that the paramedics, so they were neutral, they treated everyone.
Inside the church, signs remain where the wounded were treated.
It put us in the exact location, and it kind of connected what you learn in a book to real life.
Students learned about World War II from a different perspective.
It's way more meaningful, like you actually get to experience in real life, like with your own eyes.
The trip begins in New Orleans at the National World War II Museum, where students discovered the challenges Allied forces faced.
If they did the landing the day before, the weather was bad, you know, the tides were going to be high and they couldn't get through the beaches. So it was like really everyone plays a part like in their role.
After they arrived in France, students toured war memorials, cemeteries of fallen soldiers, and the remnants of the war, even experiencing what soldiers would have faced storming the shore.
They had us actually try and like reenact it, kind of like running up the bluffs, and like you could see how difficult it was, especially if you're weighed down with like 80 pounds of gear, and like it made me imagine what they had to go through.
Lorenzo is a history buff and observed a stark difference from what you see in the movies.
It made me realize like how much harder that they had to work to get those positions to be able to win those battles, because in movies like Saving Private Ryan, they make it seem like, oh, it's very quick and easy.
In fact, Lorenzo was turning his experience into his AP research project.
Different sources I'm going to be using on the project to compare historical accuracy.
Comparing the accuracy of movies to factual events.
We're so used to thinking that wars, they're just soldiers.
Isatu realized the war's impact is far-reaching.
It comes down to affecting the people, and it still affects the people today, and that really changed my outlook on World War II as a whole.
It still affects 93-year-old Madame Colette.
1940, c'était la victoire de l'Allemagne et la capitulation de la France. C'est à ce moment-là que ma famille a décidé d'entrer en résistance.
The subject of an Academy Award-winning documentary.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Aïssatou Nakoulima.
Aïssatou, who speaks French, interpreted for the former resistance fighter as she shared her role in the war and the pain of losing her brother in a concentration camp.
It was just so life-changing because she was being so kind while she was telling me these stories of resistance and survival. It was definitely an amazing experience.
Un grand beau gars.
Madame Colette surprised Aïssatou with her brother's grammar book.
Wow, I'm so honored to have gotten it. It still feels surreal.
The Normandy Academy transforms students and their perspectives.
I'm very thankful for it. It's an experience that I would never have.
I see history completely different. I see it as current. Like, yes, it happened in the past, but it's still present. History is alive.
It was amazing learning those stories.
Anybody in any time has the power to make an impact.
Que tu seras centenaire, tu sais, une vieille dame. Tu auras ça, tu diras, ah oui, quand j'étais jeune, j'avais été.
An impact that lasts a lifetime.